Let's have a look. Okay, we should be good to go. Let me just confirm. Okay. So hi everyone, welcome. Great to have you here. Happy holidays. This is as festive as I get today. I was trying to make Lachlan to also have a Santa hat on, but he failed his mission. So today he only has this Christmas decoration, but let's give a huge shout out to his little princess because she made that. That's like a little work of art.
She did. And you know, guys and girls, Arlen asked me to do one thing only, get a Santa hat. I think she meant that I was meant to wear it. But as it turns out, this is a reindeer made by Ivy and it has a Santa
Is
hat
it a
on.
reindeer? It looks a little bit like a T-Rex. I'm not gonna
It
lie.
looks like yeah, look, we might have got, it might be a hybrid. I'm not sure. It could be a hybrid.
Okay.
I don't know, plug-in
So
hybrid.
it's a festive hybrid T-Rex reindeer. So that's
Yes.
creative, very creative. I love it. Happy holidays, everyone. Great to have you
Absolutely.
here. This is the last live trading room for 2024 with Lachlan, with the trading pit. Okay. We're gonna take a short break so everyone can enjoy their holidays, everyone can enjoy whichever holiday you guys are having right now. This is really, really amazing. Great times also in the market, right, Lachlan? A little bit of a Santa rally, Christmas rally happening in the market, which is always good to see. I'm going to hand it over to Lachlan to go over everything with you. Have a very good, fruitful live trading room session, and I'll see you towards the end to say a few nice summarizing 2024 words and maybe a little bit of a Q&A.
Very good. Awesome. So hi, guys and girls. Hope you're magic. Arlen, thank you. That's guys, awesome. Now, again, as I don't want to be rude, I'm going to share my screen for you. Arlen gave me one job, and that was to get a Santa hat. And suffice to say, I've been absolutely under the pump. Now, let me find the right screen for you. Under the pump. And of course, I realized today, you know what, I need a Santa hat. I didn't do a very good job at the Santa hat. So suffice to say, I did grab a decoration off the Christmas tree for those that are into Christmas, guys. It is very, very close, and for those that are just into the holiday season, guys, it's very, very close. Now, guys, a big thank you, guys and girls. Hello, everybody. So I've just released your chat function, so everybody can chat to everybody, which is super exciting, guys. Shout out to Cody yesterday, ran the live trading room for me, guys. It went absolutely amazingly yesterday. So big shout out to Cody. Guys, today I'm going to be running the European Open for you. Now, first and foremost, ladies and gents, we are very volatile. So very volatile. Last week, it was a little quiet. This week, exactly the opposite. So the Santa Rally, Terry, I've actually just done a YouTube video on the S&P 500 from this morning. It was crazy. So, guys, the Santa Rally, Arlen was 100% correct. We're in the middle of the Santa Rally, and it looks like the Santa Rally might have got squashed last night by the FOMC. So I'm just going to move that camera around for you. Guys, FOMC came out and basically said, you know what, we're going to cut our interest rates. Guys, we're going to cut our interest rates in the US. Naturally, there's a lot of people that are going to have to follow, guys. Australia is one of them. As I'm just tinkering with that camera. Australia is one of them. Guys, Japan came out, BOJ came out this morning. Again, we are not looking good in downtown Japan when it comes to economic confidence. So suffice to say, guys, I did say 2025 was going to be volatile. Now, it's, again, mind you, for those of you that are watching, again, my commentary, guys, on the weekly charts, okay, we are literally in weekly shorts. We even gave you the exact entry point on those weekly shorts, almost as if the weekly chart traders knew the FOMC was going to be negative. And here we are. Hello, traders, and goodbye, traders. Andy, you've got a 23, a 70, a 100, a 150, and a 200. So, guys and girls, it is volatile. There is no question. Welcome to the session. I'm going to be guiding you. I'm going to be guiding you through the European Open today. Now, again, for guys, because we're running across multiple jurisdictions, we are also projecting through YouTube, guys, and some other social medias into quite a collection of jurisdictions. Guys, I need to just highlight to everybody, guys, that we are going to be trading futures today, guys. There will be traders also trading CFDs. What does that ultimately mean? Adam, how are you? What does it mean? There's going to be risk, guys. There's going to be risk in the market today. Ironically, there's two risks. There's a risk of making money and also a risk of losing money. Now, interesting point. Guys, regardless of whether you're on futures or CFDs, you will be trading on margin, which means you borrow a little bit of money every time you take a trade. What does that mean, guys? It actually makes that risk even more fun. Now, what does it mean? Guys, it means the winning trades can be really big, the losing trades can be really big. So ultimately, we are professional risk controllers, guys. Very, very important point. And I will be guiding you as best as I possibly can through that today, guys, as per our education and as per the strategy we normally use. Now, that said, information today is going to be general information only, and also the past performance of this product, guys, can no longer be used as an indication of future performance. Guys, if you do want to get an idea, guys, of past performance or certainly the performance of the strategy and what we're doing, guys, please don't be shy. Jump onto YouTube, guys, on the Samurai channel on YouTube. Guys, literally just Samurai Day Trading. You will find, guys, a video sort of every day on what was on offer. Guys, I have done a series of videos for you that will start, they start getting released from tomorrow, guys, 20th of December. Guys, those videos will run on YouTube, guys, 20th of December, all the way through to the 6th of January, guys, where I'm actually focused very, very heavily on the US close, particularly the S&P 500, which is one of the best markets to trade, guys, on US close for those that love big contract trading. Now, guys, again, we know about past performance. Something I do have to mention also is market risk factors, because we are trading over the internet today. We just have to be advised, guys, that, again, by trading over the internet, there will be risk. I'm going to talk about entering and exiting trades, putting stop losses in certain places. Guys, you may or may not be able to copy the trades that I'm getting, just depending on how you trade, also depending on your internet connection. Now, guys, I'm the CTO or Chief Training Officer at Samurai. Very, very excited, guys, to be part of Samurai. It's been a great year, guys. It's going to be an even better year next year. Guys, long story short, I'm military background. I'm a father of three. Quite often, guys, my little princess Ivy, who did make us a Christmas decoration. There is some debate as to whether that is a reindeer or a dinosaur, but the fact is it has just come off the Christmas tree here in downtown Japan. Guys, she quite often tries to bomb the live trading room session because she knows the cameras are on. She loves to come and say hello. So, guys, if she does come in, if she does come in, guys, please be aware she'll probably come and say hello. Ken, great question. Is there a way of not getting skipped on trades? Yes, the best way to do it, mate, is to push the market order buy or sell. Okay, so push the buy or the sell button is the way that the vast majority of people are getting around it, which is working really, really well. Now, speaking of that, guys, I'm on the Tradeovate data feed. Again, I very, very rarely get skipped. I did have one trade last week. One trade this week, guys, that I got skipped on. I just waited for the next trade, pushed the button. So, Ken, ironically, I tried to use a limit order and I got skipped. So then I used the market order and didn't get skipped. so that's what I would personally do. Guys, now what we're going to focus on today, we're going to let the market do the heavy lifting. Now, guys, this is the mandate I've been running effectively since August 2009. Long story short, if we let the market generate the actual signal for us, it's going to tell us where to put our risk, where to put our target, and ultimately how long to sit on the trade for. What I'm going to focus on most importantly, guys, those 4 points on the left-hand side. So candlestick analysis is huge for what we do. We are going to use two delta algorithms today, use a delta V1 and also a delta V2. Guys, so I'll talk about that when we get into the charts. There will be a lot of delta trading today. Usman, how are you? I hope you are fantastic. You are from Nigeria. Hello, mate. Hope you're fantastic. So, Usman, you probably picked that. Now, Usman or Muhammad, which way do you want me to go on that one? Right, so tell me which name you would prefer to use, guys. Obviously, we're live, so if you want to say hello, you can clearly say good day. Now, that being said, guys, we're going to see a lot of delta trading today. So Usman, fantastic, awesome, mate. And we're going to see a lot of delta trading, guys. We're going to focus very, very heavily on static entries today. So for those of you who are brand new to trading, guys, what you're going to do is you're going to wait for the candle to count down to 0 before you take your trade, all right? So you're not going to be entering dynamically. Again, guys, NASDAQ was super volatile when I came in. I'm expecting today some really beautiful buy signals. There's no question about that. But we're going to be really careful about how we put our junior traders in and out of those trades. So again, and I'm going to be looking at the stair step again today, guys, because there's been some really good trades. Andy's already mentioned that, guys, he's already done at least 200 ticks on the NASDAQ. He's done a multiple target trade. So that's over $1,000 already made today. So mate, well done to you. That's an awesome trade. And guys, we are going to try and replicate that in the European market. Just a warning, it's going to be volatile. Now, guys, we've got our NASDAQ on the bottom left-hand, sorry, NASDAQ will be on the top left-hand corner, S&P 500, as per the graphic I've just put on the screen for you there. Please note that the two bottom charts are reference charts for the two higher charts. Right? So the S&P 500 is very tradable. The NASDAQ is really good fun, guys, unless it gets too crazy. If it does, we'll put you on the S&P. FTX, guys, today will be an absolute walk in the park. The reason being is the Europeans are not buying the panic of the US. In fact, they actually think it's quite funny. So I'm expecting the market to buy quite heavily today. And the FESX is our reference chart for the entire session. All right, oops. Now, guys, key point if I can. For those that are brand new into the session, we've also got quite a few new traders, guys, in the session, or if you're watching us on YouTube. Guys, we'll be targeting profit first and education second. Now, that's because most of the traders that are in the live trading room, guys, are here to make money. They're not here to get educated. Now, naturally, getting educated is part of what we do. There's no question about that. Some of the traders have been trading with me already for 12 years. So if you see some really big profit coming into the trading room, guys, they're from people that have been trading for some time. Nothing stopping you from becoming them. Okay, we all do the same thing at the same time. Every single day. We're very boring, but at the same time, we're also very, very consistent, and we're also very profitable, which is obviously the name of the game. Now, speaking of that, guys, we do run at a plus 90% strike rate. If I do mention a signal in the live trading room, it has been tested, guys, over hundreds, if not thousands of trades. Guys, the buy switch, MDI continuation, ABC reversals, fee cats, 4-point turning rails, and similar things. We're talking tens of thousands of test trades on those. So suffice to say, guys, if I think the market's going to go in one direction, I'll wait for the market to generate the signal for me, and then I'll jump on. As I mentioned earlier, we do put videos each day on YouTube. So if you're a fan of YouTube, those short videos are less than 60 seconds long. Just go to Samurai Day Trading, guys, on YouTube. Guys, again, drop your comments. If you've got any questions, there's a couple of really good questions, guys, coming in on those short videos. So if you've got questions about something, why did we do this? Why did we do that, guys? Please jump on YouTube, put the question there. I'll jump on it, guys, and off we rock and roll. Now, a couple of personal considerations. I was understanding that trading is quite a personal experience, in my humble opinion. Guys, the best trade for you is going to be the trade that makes most sense to you. If you haven't done what we do before, guys, please do sit back and relax, guys, and just watch what we're doing. Very, very excited, guys, to mention that, again, some really good discussions with TTP, and a big thank you, guys, to the Trading Pit for having us on board. Guys, we will be during the European Open for TTP, guys, next year, and I'm very, very excited, guys, to be working with TTP on that. There's some really cool stuff, guys, really cool stuff being worked on. Now, that being said, guys, if you're brand new to trading, please just watch, listen, and learn. Questions, really good time to ask in the last 15 minutes of the hour. If you're an experienced trader, go absolutely nuts. Guys, I will try and guide you as best as I can based on around about 17 years worth of futures trading. Now, please note, guys, we are going to seek to maximize the profit, and we're going to minimize the risk on every trade. We will target a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, guys. At the end of the day, though, that is not the key to trading success. The key to trading success is getting out of the market when it tells you to get out. Okay, that might not necessarily be 1-to-1. It could be 1 to 50 times in your favor. So we'll talk about that when we get into the charts. Guys, and please note that if a trade does require more risk than you're happy trading with, please don't take the trade. Now, for those who want to do some reading over Christmas, guys, jump on the Samurai website. Guys, you can go to Brokers Exposed. Guys, there's a book ready for you to download. Guys, we've already spoken about Samurai Day Trading on YouTube, guys, and my Instagram is i.love.trading. So literally i.love.trading. Guys, if you want to follow my adventures over Christmas, which should be fairly quiet with 3 little chickens, but suffice to say, guys, there's some pretty cool plans for Christmas for you guys. So that should, guys, it'll keep you motivated over Christmas. Let me tell you, keep you bopping along. And if anybody needs a hand, guys, if you need a guide as to what you should be doing over Christmas in order to get ready for 2025, let's actually talk about that, guys, during the live trading room. So I'll jump in here, guys. I'll jump in here to the charts. Now, I've obviously been in here, guys, doing a ton of homework, only for buying green. Terry, that has been remedied, mate. That has been remedied, mate, in your indicator update. Okay, so we're about to send you an indicator update, which is a further fine tune of the 2025 indicators. And in that update, that has been remedied, but you can pick on the V1s, mate. There's a lot of work that's been done on V1 as well. Okay, now, guys, what we're going to do is, this is very, very busy, guys, very, very busy. There's a lot going on. So we'll start down in the bottom left-hand corner and brief you in accordingly. Now, first and foremost, guys, the S&P 500 has just engaged, as we talk, that is just engaged an amazing 4-hour long. Now, if we can't hold, guys, if we can't hold that 4-hour long, then we're going to go for big shorts. Now, as for the NASDAQ traders, you've just engaged a static bar reversal short. Right? So literally there's trades running already for those that trade the pre-market. That is a ratio-based static bar reversal short, guys, off the pre-top, which is looking pretty good. Now, bottom left-hand corner, guys. Now, last night, I just want to highlight to everybody, the S&P 500, after the negative interest rate announcement by the US government, guys, the S&P dropped to the S9, support level 9. Most people only have, on their charts, to give you an idea of how powerful it was, most people only have down to their S5. So the S&P dropped to the S9. It's only happened twice in my career of 17 years. Guys, that'll give you an idea of how powerful and how bad that announcement last night was interpreted. What does it ultimately mean? As it ultimately means that the volume on the S&P 500 today is very, very high. So when I started getting ready, guys, we're sitting at 120,000. It's already at 132,000. What it means, Diane, what happened last night is, let me put last night into perspective. Here is the daily chart on the S&P 500. Okay, and that's what happened last night. That's what happened. So what has basically occurred last night, the negative interest rate announcement out of the US has basically written off. We were not trading down at this price level, guys, basically since the end of November. So, guys, Arlen spoke about the Santa rally. What's just occurred is the entire Santa rally has just been written off in one day. One day, it's been written off. Now, mind you, I don't think we're going to stay down here very long, guys. And the reason being is that little low point just here on the S&P. Okay, that is a weekly step break point, and they've failed to break the step on the weekly chart. So what it means, guys, is I think today, particularly today and tomorrow, we're going to get some beautiful buy signals. So what we're going to get today, we're going to get short-term sell signals and long-range buy signals. So I do want you guys today to try and hold on to your buy signals for as long as you possibly can. We're going to basically use a tight risk control on our shorts, as then we're going to try and be a little bit loose with our longs and try and let them run as far as we possibly can. Now, that being said, what have we got? Right, so we know about the volume already. Now, guys, really important, having done this trading session for a long time, traditionally, guys, what will happen is Europe will try and fake out to the downside. So it'll try and fake out on open to the downside before then turning around and climbing for most of the session. Now, the hint, guys and girls, which I'll get to shortly, will be the 4-hour charts. And at the moment, we're right on the cusp of 4-hour longs. Guys, and those 4-hour longs or the 60-minute chart longs could prove to actually be really, really quite good fun. Okay, yeah, quite good fun indeed. Now, that being said, guys, interesting point, guys, and this is huge, guys, huge. If you've heard nothing I've said so far, just want everybody to note that the S&P 500 is actually failing to sell and hold below a weekly break point. All right, now the break point is the 100 extension. Okay, let me have a look. So the break point, guys, this little 100 extension down here, ironically beautiful weekly Fibonacci. Guys, the break point for the S&P, if we went into abstract demolition mode, guys, if we sell below 5928 and hold below 5928, there's no chance of a Santa rally, guys. Santa's basically been sacked and we are flying to the downside. Now, the fact that after such a heavy announcement last night, they failed to break and hold below that level, guys, I don't think at this point in time, guys, we're going to be going below that level again. So I am expecting some really nice buying, guys, right through to the end of the guys, to the end of the trading year, which, mind you, is not that far away. Now I'm just jumping on some microphones. Right, so let me just jump on these microphones quickly. I'm just grabbing. Hello, mate. I'm just grabbing, guys, some of the boys and girls that are going to help me in the background should I not see something that they can see. And so all of these traders, guys, are very, very good at what they do. So let's see what they can come up with. Now, up to the NASDAQ. Guys, we are at a very interesting point, guys. So the open of the NASDAQ today, right? I had a little arrow on here before. Okay, so the arrow right there, guys, the open of today is a very, very strong buy point for the NASDAQ. So if the Europeans were to sell down relatively hard and then turn around and come back the other way, guys, if they were to do that, guys, then we're in a magic spot. I do need everybody to watch your volume and volatility today. I also note, guys, that for the FTX traders, you've moved to the 0.3 of 25 contracts. So if you're on the old contract, you probably find your price doesn't match mine. So you will have to switch to the new contract. Now, guys, because it's going to be really volatile today, and how do we know it's going to be really volatile? Guys, our volatility indicator at the moment, thank you, mate. Volatility indicator at the moment is hanging around about the 70 mark. We were in the 90s before. So for the junior traders, I would be very, very heavily focused on static entries. Now, what that means is you're going to be waiting for the candle to close, and then you'll make a decision, guys, on what they're ultimately doing. And those NASDAQ traders have just blown up my Fibonacci. So I'm going to have to go and look for another one for you. Now, flip side, guys, as we come into open, we will look for a smaller fib. 21509, guys, 21509. Okay, all the way down here, goes 21509 is a 4-hour long. So what I want to draw your attention to for the American-based traders is we've got the S&P 500 triggering a 4-hour long. Guys, we've also got the NASDAQ on a 4-hour long. Now, if you are already on these 4-hour longs, for example, if you're an S&P 500 trader, guys, and you took that delta buy signal there, so that's a delta V1. This one here is a delta V2. If you've taken either one of those trades, guys, so Steve might be on this, Louis, you might be long already, Greg might be long already, guys. If you're long and Europe decides not to fake out, but decides to just grind to the high side, you guys can probably hold those trades for up to 12 hours. Okay, so they're going to go a relatively long way to the high side. Okay, because we're basically recovering from a relatively negative announcement last night. All right, so we'll move these comments around, guys. I just use these comments to brief each day as we roll in. And I saw a comment before, guys, about the US close. As the US close last night was absolutely incredible. Guys, I can take you through the US close a little bit later on in the session if you want to. Interesting point. Every time we got a strong candle, guys, with the sell down last night, every time we got a strong candle, dictated to us by the indicators. Guys, every time we got one, it went to profit. So last night, as it was literally just about be patient, wait for the strong candle, sell the market and just keep selling the market, or sell it once and hold onto it and just hold and hold and hold and hold. FOMC, guys, incredible announcement last night. All right, now, guys, across to the Europeans, we'll go to the bottom right-hand corner. Guys, I've been here doing some work for you. I do want to note everybody, if we can, guys, the NASDAQ trade, sorry, the S&P 500, that's the FESX traders over here on the right-hand side. Guys, please note, guys, that you guys are not in a weekly reversal. Okay, at the moment, the buyers actually don't own the stair step. So this sell down, guys, on Europe is probably not going to last very long. If we do sell down much further, guys, we're going to get back down to these reversals. Now, the reversals down the bottom are absolutely legitimate reversals. Guys, on the daily chart, guys, what I want to highlight to everybody, if I can, guys, is you guys are running into daily Fibonacci extensions. I'm going to draw that extension for you. So all I'm doing, guys, is following the stair step of the market. Okay, all I'm doing, following the stair step of the market. And you'll note, guys and girls, that last night, really key point. Okay, these guys sold down and failed at the 161.8 extension to the tick, which is where Europe normally fails. So today, guys and girls, I'll change that template to blue because it's off the daily chart. All right, let me change that template for you. it is highly likely that the FESX will buy back to the 100 extension, guys, which is around about the 4950 mark. So that means if we get a buying signal, guys, on Europe today and it's valid and inside your risk profile, we want to try and hold the buys, guys. We want to hold the buys as long as we can. This efficient candle, guys, on the NASDAQ is absolutely incredible. It's got an 18 strength rating. Incredible, right? So I think we're going up. Now, that being said, guys, down to the 4-hour chart, this is normally our enemy. Guys, this is normally our enemy. At this point in time, there is no enemy. So they're basically playing the daily chart game. You can see these the daily Fibonacci starting to take effect. Guys, down to the 60-minute chart, again, we've got no enemy here yet. Okay, so we don't need any closed candles. We need to be really, really careful of. Down to the 15, guys, this is where the game is being played today. So for the European-based traders, guys, you've got multiple 15-minute reversals long, guys. So all of these candles here are basically setting up lovely reversals. My point being, guys, if we sell down first on FDAX, if you're not in a trade already and we sell down first, guys, I want you to try and hold your long on the FDAX for a minimum of 15 minutes. So we're still going to use our same risk control point, guys, which is 5 points. We're going to use the same risk control point. Guys, what we're going to do is we're going to try and stretch out the targets a little bit. Now, tonight, guys and girls, so what have we got? High impact news at 10:30 p.m. Tokyo time, obviously well after our session. It's just about 5 p.m., guys, just on 5 p.m. Tokyo time. We've got low impact news at 6 p.m., but we don't trade on the hour, guys. We do trade after the turn of the hour, so watch out for that one. Guys, I do note Europe is not buying the US panic, guys, and my comment for today, guys, long range longs. Okay, if you are long, guys, if you are long on the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, guys, already, we want to try and hold that as long as we possibly can. Now, what we've got here, guys, we've got a funny little stair step in the market just here, which means that, again, if the S&P 500 was to panic, guys, on European Open and sell down, guys, and if we get below that little green candle there, we might be buying the S&P at 5956, all right? So let's just see what Europe does. Now, we know for the FDAX traders, guys, we've got to watch 20,000. We're a long way from 20,000. Yeah, you see, that's exactly right, Petros. We are quite volatile tonight, guys. So, again, we're looking at probably 20 to 25 tick risk control points on the NASDAQ. Guys, and we also, on the FDAX, guys, volatility is already around 20. So, we'll be looking for 5-point first target, 5-point risk control point. And then again, if these guys get really, really cranky, we'll start to stretch it out, a little bit. Okay. Now we know that the FDAX loves to fail at the 133 Fibonacci extension. At this point in time, 90 seconds to go, guys. So if you are trading a funded account, make sure that funded account is connected correctly. Guys, if you are copy trading, make sure that's set up correctly. Guys, if you are live trading, make sure that's set up correctly. If you're in sim, please make sure you've got the right ATMs loaded. I have a sneaking suspicion, guys, the FDAX is going to go straight for the 50 fib on the 4-hour chart. Now, it's famous for doing this. Guys, it's famous for doing this. So just as a guiding principle, I'm going to bring this on for you. Okay, now we know that the FDAX is famous for doing it because we've traded this session so many times. All right, that's that Fibonacci line across my chart. So I don't like that line being across my chart. So I'm going to go and grab the 0 line of my Fibonacci and bring it over here. Okay, just so we don't have enough. We've got enough going on our charts, guys, without more information on there. We know about the contract rollover, guys, so we can get rid of that. Okay, comments to the high side, nothing required. Comments to the downside, ready to go. Guys, do keep an eye, guys. Do keep an eye on the 50 fib off the 4-hour chart. And guys, these traders here do believe they're in a 60-minute, guys. They do believe they're in a 60-minute trade because they're honoring the 60-minute fibs perfectly. Okay, so let me do my best, guys and girls. So again, for the other professional traders out there, if you see anything, guys, that you don't like, please don't be shy. NASDAQ traders and S&P traders, you've clearly loaded a static bar reversal short on both American markets simultaneously on open. So guys, do watch out for that, please. Now, if you are short, guys, if you are short off the static bar reversal, guys, or you're short under the 76s on the NASDAQ, guys, your risk control point around 20 ticks today on NASDAQ, it's already gone 20 ticks. So please make sure you play the game with your risk control. Now, at this stage, guys, the sellers are about to steal the stair step. Sellers are about to steal the stair step, guys, on the FDAX, meaning, guys, so that has been stolen. If you go long, guys, over the top of the 50 fib on the FDAX, I'm just waiting for these guys to sell down and go climactic. We're not climactic just yet. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for a long over the top of the 50 fib, because we're going to be pretty volatile, guys. That can be as high as 240. I do want these guys to go climactic. I do want these guys to go climactic. As we are now climactic, as if we do sell on the FDAX anywhere near that 4-point turning bar, we're looking for a long at 217. For the gap reversal traders, you're looking for a long at 228. So 228. Let's just watch what these guys do, guys, because again, if they can't sell down, guys, if they can't sell down, we are looking for really powerful longs, guys, really powerful longs, guys, on the FDAX today, guys. So again, if you are going to be trading the FDAX, guys, just watch the risk on the trade, please. Just watch the risk on the trade. Now, the flip side of the risk, guys, if you're long over the top, guys, if you're long over the top of the gap or you're long over the top of the 50, that's going relatively well at this point in time. Guys, that's going relatively well. Now, flip side, guys, flip side of that, I'm personally long, guys. So in the background there, you see my head turning. I'm personally long over the top of the gap. I missed my entry on the 4-point turning bar, but I am long over the gap. Guys, so your entry on the gap was 28. Your first target is 33. You're out. Your second target, guys, is 38. You're going to get hit any second at 38. Okay, so just try and hold the long as you can, guys, but don't be silly with your risk control. S&P 500, you guys are looking beautifully short, right? So if you do trade static bar reversals, guys, or deltas associated with those, you're short already. For the S&P traders, please watch 2 levels. You're watching the 50 fib of the day, and you're also watching the 76 fib of the micro trend. So 50 and 70 of the micro trend. For those that are long, guys, over the top of the 50 fib, if you miss the long over the gap and you miss this 4-point turning bar, guys, once again, you guys are long at 37. Your risk control point is 42. For the experienced traders, guys, we're going to try and hold the long as we possibly can, guys, but we're also not going to override our automated risk control. Okay, so we're not going to override the ATMs. Going to head off. Petros, have you done well? You got 80. Well, mate, well, that's huge, mate. That's well done. So 88, that's a huge result, mate. So well done. Okay, now we are in the last 90 seconds of the candle, guys and girls. So please, for those that haven't traded with me before, no new trades at this point in time. No new trades. What we're doing is we're just managing our current trades. For those that do trade static bar reversals short, guys, on the NASDAQ, guys, you've gone short underneath these 76 fibs. You've got a complementary delta hiding underneath there. Guys, if you have gone short, you're looking to push it more than 20 ticks for your first target and see what you can get your hands on. Guys, at the moment, they've gone way beyond the target. These buying V2 deltas, guys, these V2 deltas on S&P 500 would suggest that American market's about to swing to the high side. That means the FDAX, is about to do the same. So again, guys, if you trade statically, you've gone short on both American markets. These V2 deltas coming in on S&P, guys, they are going to prove to be absolutely lethal. Look at this, 4 in a row. Bang, bang, bang. So all the instos, guys, are positioning to go long. Okay, so they're probably trading off the top of that candle there because it's got a 3 strength rating on it. Either way, guys, for the Nasdaq traders, if you do go short under the 76s or as a ratio-based static bar reversal, okay, you've gone short, you've gone beyond your risk control, beyond your first target. Absolutely brilliant. Now, FDAX traders, for those that have gone long over the top of the 4-point turning bar, that was at this stage, guys, that was the trade of the day. There is no question about that. I drew that circle on, guys, around about 50 minutes ago to say if we get back down here, it's absolutely incredible. Now we've got back down there and bounced off it. I don't think the Europeans have run yet, guys. Otherwise, we'd be bolting to the high side. Now, let's have a look Fibonacci-wise. We'll enhance our decision-making process a little bit over here. Okay, just for the S&P and NASDAQ traders, be aware buyers own the stair step. So selling-based reversals only, please. So selling-based reversals only. If you get big efficient candles, guys, on the American markets, we'll be looking for longs. Okay, looking for longs. Now, for the little FDAX, guys, for the little FDAX, if we did get a lower low down here, guys, if we did get a lower low, guys, and we tag those 76s, then you've got the 4-point turning bar long, guys. You've also got these static bar reversals over here on the left-hand side. Okay, now, when we've got a choice, guys, of 2 pivots, so you've got a choice of 2 pivots to reverse off, being the 50 of the day and the gap. Guys, if they sell down below the gap, then you're far better off grabbing the gap-based reversal and sending it up. So you're basically carrying less risk, guys, with more associated potential. Diane, well done. Yeah, Petros, you've had a great night, mate. So please do run away. There's nothing worse, mate, than hitting your financial goal than giving it all back. No one has done that in the world, right? There's no one else that's done that before. No one that's done that. So I imagine there are a couple of people that have done that. Now, for those that are super sensitive, guys, on the FDAX, we're waiting for a lower low. We're waiting for a lower low to try and pick up that 4-point turning bar on the left-hand side. Flip side, guys, if we can't get a lower low and these guys start burning their volume, which they're not doing just yet, guys, you can look for another gap-based reversal. Okay, so again, if you're going to trade the gap-based reversal, as before we get a lower low, you've just got to be really careful, guys, and you've got to watch what the FESX is doing. All right, at this stage, the FESX is selling down into very key Fibonacci levels. So the safer trade for the FDAX traders at this stage, the safer trade is to wait for a lower low and then look for the 4-point turning bar or the gap reversal as a backup. Guys, if they can't get under the gap, so you can see, you can watch them right now. If they can't get under there, guys, your backup trade is sitting over the top of the 50 fib. All right, that's your backup trade. So the entry's at 37. Guys, your first target and risk control point is 42. If you have re-entered over the top of the gap, guys, because they can't sell the market down, right? Your entry is at 28. Your first target, guys, you're already through. So 28, first target is 33. You're already through that. Second target, guys, will be 38. Some of you will have been picked up, guys, over the top of the 50 fib on the FDAX. Guys, so if you have been picked up, guys, you please make sure your first target, giddy up. Your first target and risk control point, guys, just got absolutely hammered for those people that are long on the FDAX. So please control your risk. Guys, try and let your profits run. Okay, now today, guys, we did say short range shorts, long range longs. That's what we said today. So everyone that's been short, guys, on the S&P and the NASDAQ, you've gone well beyond your first target, well beyond your risk control point. Okay, now we're waiting, guys, to basically see if the buyers can hold. Guys, if the buyers can't hold the American markets, we're re-entering exactly the same shorts again. Guys, so the same trades again. For those that want to be careful on the NASDAQ and S&P, you're waiting for the candle to close and then entering. For the advanced traders, you're not waiting. Okay, understanding for the NASDAQ traders, guys, your entry is 55.5. Petros, you are not taking this trade, please. I know you're watching. This is not for you. Guys, your short's at 50.5. You've just gone through your 20-tick risk control point again. Guys, the higher high on NASDAQ, this is a 3-tier reversal short. So this time around, guys, you've gone through your 20-tick target. You've now controlled your risk. S&P, you've come back up, failed. You guys have gone short again. FDAX traders, you're long over the top of the 50 fib as a backup trade to the gap. That's gone way beyond your profit targets, guys. Way beyond your profit targets. So please, please, please don't be arrogant today. It's a little bit volatile, guys, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Okay. Oh, well done, mate. Matty, nice work, buddy. Beautiful trade. NASDAQ traders who are short, this is a 3rd tier reversal to the downside. So we're going to try and hold the short for a little bit longer, guys. So you might be looking at 20s and 40s or 20s and 50s. You've just gone through 50s now. Let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You threw a 50 tick target now. Guys, let me just give you your counter Fibonacci. FDAX, to be careful, guys. You're looking for a lower low or the minimum of a double touch, minimum of double touch at the same price level before you go again. Those sellers do own the stair step. Those sellers do own the stair step on the NASDAQ. Interesting point, guys. We got a failure of the buyers to the high side. So we've gone short again this time, guys, because it is the third tier reversal short. Okay, so tier 1 is here. Tier 2 is here. Tier 3 is here. Right, you can try and hold your NASDAQ and your S&P for longer range targets. All right, so if I've got those traders like Remy's normally short, guys, for a 50 tick target, it's gone 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. It's gone more than 90 ticks to the downside already. Guys, that's 100 ticks to the downside. So please try and hold your short trade, guys, because we've got the buyers failing here on the S&P. Please try and hold your short trade, guys, until we get both of the S&P 500s running out of steam. Nazi, you've gone 100 ticks, guys, so I would lock in a big fat chunk of profit now, because if we can't go down, guys, through these key Fibonacci levels, then we're gonna turn around and go back the other way, guys. Now, if we get a delta V1, guys, or V2, a buying delta, guys, on this candle, the selling is over. Okay, so we can, at the moment, the sellers are pretty keen, but if they get caught at these 76 fibs again, guys, we're going to start to see buying deltas coming in on the candle, guys, and that means the sellers are finished. Cole, you got plus 50. Well done, Dan. Well done. Well done, everybody. Alan, well done, mate. Absolutely phenomenal trade, mate. You've done very, very well. So, guys, I said short range shorts, long range longs. Okay, it looks like the longs are failing and the shorts are taking over. So we may now be looking for long range shorts, guys, unless we get the Europeans basically faking out. So remember we said Europeans are famous for trying to fake out to the downside and they say, ha ha, told you so. And then they set up an enormous reversal going back the other way. FDAX at this stage, I'm looking for a minimum of a double bottom, guys, or a lower low, guys, or a lower low. Now, again, we're setting up the 50 fib trade for the FDAX traders again. I really want to see these sellers push and fail, guys. These sellers are pushing down. They're not using a lot of volume. And as a result, there'll be other people trying to join them. If we fail, guys, if we burn out late on this FESX candle just down here, if we burn out late, so the sellers burn out late, guys, boom, buyers. It'll be on for young and old. So everybody that's gone short on NASDAQ, guys, everyone that's gone short, you must have locked in a big chunk of profit, please. Right, very, very important. You've had the choice of the ratio-based SPR. Guys, there's also a selling delta outside the range of that SPR. The buyers have then pushed up and failed to hold. So you've maybe picked up the SPR again, or you've picked up the delta, guys, or the 3 deltas outside the range of that, guys. These 3 selling deltas here, delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, all of them have gone at least 80 ticks in your favor. Louis plus 85 times 2. That is a big trade, right? That is a big trade. So a massive well done. Now, guys and girls, the sellers are losing their mojo here. So watch for the buying delta going back the other way. Guys, for the junior traders, you're waiting for, please, you're waiting for the candle to close before we make a decision on his personality. Sellers own the step. So we're looking for buying-based reversals on both American markets. Guys, Delta V2 on S&P 500, all right? The green Delta V2 is tradable. It also says that the selling has stopped. So if you're going to trade that Delta V2, guys, on the S&P 500, right? Delta V2 right there. If you are a Delta trader, guys, you're looking for a long at 57, guys. Your first target is 58. Again, many of you will wait for this candle to close in 31 seconds and then look for your entry. Your risk control point, guys, at this stage, your risk control point is going to be around about 4 ticks, guys. So nothing fancy at this stage. All right, let this candle close, guys. I note the V2s are lobbing back in, guys, on the NASDAQ here. So let's just, again, if you let the candle close, they'll tell you what to do with it. That is a relatively strong, guys. It's a relatively strong seller close, that one, all with a massive gap to the high side. All right, so the advanced NASDAQ traders, if we push down underneath these 76s, guys, we're looking for a long over the top of the 76s. All right, if we don't push down, if we get stalled on these 76s, guys, if we get stalled, as in they push down but they can't push through, okay, then we're looking for backup trades. The backup that's drawing my interest, guys, is that V2 delta on the left-hand side, guys, a price entry of 3125. Let's just see what they've got, guys. See what they've got. FDAX, you're looking for a gap-based reversal only at this stage. Guys, you've got a lower low. The gap-based reversal, guys, is at 2.8. All right, 2.8 with a 5-point risk control, please. Now, again, guys, this could be traditionally the Europeans fake out. NASDAQ traders who know what they're doing, guys, you've got a double failure reversal there, or a double touch reversal off the 76 Fibonacci's. Now, you would need to manage that very closely. Guys, the Delta V2 that I spoke about over there on the left-hand side, right? That Delta V2, okay? If you're in on the Delta V2, guys, so some of you are eyeing that off. Others are eyeing off. FDAX looks amazing, guys. FDAX looks amazing. You guys are long at 2.8, please. You guys are long at 2.8. Your risk control point is 3.3. Well, they're very jumpy. Very, very, very jumpy. Oh, that's a second smashing of the sellers. So if you've gone long, guys, so some of the FDAX traders have gone long at 2.7. Some have gone long at 2.8. Guys, at this point in time, I do want them to move through to at least 3.2, which is the top of the current candle. I want them to break into a new trading range. For the beginner traders, you're waiting for a static entry, guys. You're waiting for a static entry on FDAX. That means you're ultimately waiting for a sell down, guys. You're waiting for a sell down to pick up this 4-point turning bar, which occurred on the opening candle. Okay, now I just lost sight of the NASDAQ, guys, for a moment. For the advanced traders, some of you are long over the top of these 76 fibs, right? If you are long over the top of the 76 fibs, guys, your risk control point is now 15 ticks. Volatility is dropping. So your risk control point for the NASDAQ traders who are just following a really careful risk control point, it's around 15 ticks. Guys, if you've gone long on the V2 on the left-hand side of the screen, guys, your risk control point likewise is around about 15 ticks. So what we want is we want this red candle to turn green the moment they engage that delta long, right? Which is about now, guys. That's when the V2 deltas from the left-hand side, those traders would be saying, all right, Lockie, my first target is 12, and then I'm going to consider about reducing my risk. Just watching this little FDAX over here, guys, just watching what it's doing. FESX is setting up a static bar reversal long to the high side. Static traders on FDAX, you're waiting for your first really obvious entry. Okay, S&P, guys, I note that we haven't come back up to engage that V2 delta, the buying delta there, right? So for those that wait for the candle to close, then look for the entry. We haven't got that yet. Some of the S&P 500 traders would be eyeing off, guys, a potential reversal off the pre-top and the 76s here. Guys, because we are super volatile, I would be watching for the close of the candle and then take a trade. Now, for the S&P traders, guys, over here, that little candle there, guys, is a static bar reversal long because the sellers stole the step. So if you're waiting for this candle to close and the buyers do show really, really strong, guys, you're going to pick up your entry long at 5956. At this stage, we're waiting for the sellers to fail. Now, what is my little FDAX doing? Okay, so what have we got? 43 seconds to go, guys. At this stage, so no new entries, guys, no new entries, please. No new entries. We're going to wait. The Europeans, guys, the FESX wants to buy. Their volume is 4 times the S&P. So, guys, the Europeans are going to win this battle. So, again, what does it mean? It means that, again, I would suggest the sellers are going to run out of steam quite quickly, guys, on the US markets. FDAX, if you close below the gap, guys, which I don't think you're going to do, if you close below the gap, I can't take another gap trade. Okay. So for those that are long, guys, over the top of the gap, if you're long at 28, your first target is 33. You've just gone through your first target. Oh, look at this. For those that are, I told you, look at this. So if you're long on the NASDAQ, guys, if you're long on the NASDAQ, and you might be long over the top of the 76s, or you're long over that Delta V2, note that Europe, there's no way they're selling Europe down, guys. So this could be the fake out we're talking about. If you're long, guys, on the NASDAQ, worst case scenario, if you are filled, guys, if you are filled on that Delta V2, worst case, you've already gone 30 ticks to the high side. So you're through your 20 tick target, through your 15 tick risk control point. You're now going to hold for long range longs, please. So we're back to the original forecast. Louis, nice work. Right, so if you guys are long, on NASDAQ, S&P 500, oh, holy moly. S&P, I said to you guys, if these sellers fail, guys, we're going to go long right there, guys, at 5956. What are we trading? We're trading that static bar reversal over there on the left-hand side. If you are long on that one, guys, your first target is 4 ticks. Your second target is 8 ticks. Your third target is 12. You've gone through all of your first 3 targets, guys, all of your first 3 targets if you're an S&P 500 trader. Massive well done, guys. You've picked up dual static bar reversals long, guys. So SBR long, guys. Just make sure, guys, you get your targets out, guys. You can hold it for a long range if you want, but don't hold risk, please. Well done, Diane. That's a beautiful trade. Wonderful trade. 10 points on the FTAX, 400 Aussie dollars or 250 US. That's a beautiful trade. That's a beautiful trade. So, guys, we're navigating as carefully as we can. Ken, plus 240. Guys, that's how you deal with volatility, right? You just grab the bull and run with it. Literally just run with it. The bull or the bear, we've got no preference for either. Guys, we don't care. We don't care. We just basically grab it and run with it. Guys, I'm also beautifully profitable today, guys. Beautifully profitable. So I'm having fun in the background as well while moderating. So I'm trying to master the art, guys, of trading and talking at the same time, which is not easy, guys. It's not easy. Now, NASDAQ, all we've got so far, guys, is a static bar reversal short. Some of you saw the higher high, hit it again, which is brilliant. We've cruised down. Some of you picked up the 76 fib reversal. Some of you waited for the hit of the 90, then traded off the 76. Others used the V2 Delta, guys, on the left-hand side as a backup trade. Noting, guys, that this here, now it moved real fast. That is a -4 rated static bar reversal long, and it's already gone 50 ticks to the high side. Right? So again, we said today, guys, we were going to focus on ratios enhanced by deltas. The ratios are winning hands down today. Every single trade has been a ratio-based trade. Every single one. Now, guys, just a reminder tonight, we do have our 2024 celebration webinar, guys, and welcome to 2025. So that webinar is on tonight. Guys, for all of you who would like to attend. So it's basically celebrating the big victories of 2024, guys, and getting ready for 2025. As you can see, I think 2025 is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And more importantly, guys, you've got an indicator update on its way for you guys, which is going to make it even easier again. Now, what have we got, guys? We've got NASDAQ traders who went short and went really, really well. Some of you have actually gone short twice, guys. So again, for those that are allowed to do that, well done. You've gone short twice. We've got traders that have gone long over the 76s after a touch of the 90. We've got traders that have gone long on the buying delta. So at the moment, NASDAQ traders, you guys should be in a really good place. Maddie, you took +6 times 2. Well done, mate. V2 Delta. Guys, the trade that he's talking about, guys, I looked at the NASDAQ for a moment. The V2 Delta, guys, sitting outside the range of a ratio-based static bar reversal off a pivot, should push at least a 20-point target. Okay, at least 20 points. Now, guys, again, if you are long off the gap, guys, your normal targets are 5, 10, 15, 20, or 5, 10, 15, and whatever you can get your hands on. Again, volatility, Matt. So up around 26, there's no reason why these guys won't push a 5 and 20 for you really, really easily. Guys, now 20 points on FTX, guys, is 800 Aussie dollars or 500 US dollars. It's a really cool trade. Guys, if you get one contract on that for 500 US dollars, that's a good day. That's a good day in the live trading room. That's what I've got to say. Now, FTX, that is a 4-point turning bar long. We are going to wait, guys, for a really lovely retrace and rejection on that one. So for the FTX traders, Fibonacci goes up in order to catch them on the way down. The reason being, guys, is your risk is right on the edge of our risk tolerance. What I would prefer, because the sellers own the stair step, is I would prefer, and I probably won't get it, I would prefer the sellers to sell back down, get down here around these delta trades, or even better, guys, if we got down near that static bar reversal, I'd be entering long over the top of the 50 fib of the day. Sellers own the stair step, buying base reversals. That delta there is incredible if we get it. Now, the hint we're going to get it, guys, if they get through the 38 fib. Okay, let me get rid of that Fibonacci for a moment. Okay, if they get through that 38 fib, they might be hunting. Look at this. They might be hunting the lower reversals. Whereas again, if we get anywhere near the 76 Fibonacci, anywhere down here, we can't take the 4-point turning bar long because the risk, the actual profit projection is not high enough for us. Okay, so I said just watch that FTX very, very closely. That's very closely. The FESX is basically at a daily Fibonacci extension. That's not too bad. What the FESX traders, guys, will be nervous about is the pre-top. Right, that's what they'll be nervous about. Okay, so again, for an advanced FTX trader, guys, advanced FTX trader, if we get below that V2, which we have, guys, at 240, you'd be looking to enter long again at 240, guys, with your first target of 245. You've just gone through your first target. So if you are entering, guys, if you're re-entering long on the V2 delta at 240, your first target is 245. You've kissed your target once. You've smashed your target. Oh, smashed it. So if you're a V2 Delta trader, Matt, that one was for you. If you're a V2 Delta trader, guys, you've waited for the retrace down. Sellers own the stair step, 4-point turning bar long. I've got permission to reverse, but I don't want to carry the risk. So I'm going to be really cheeky. I'm going to wait for, that's all right. I'm going to wait for these guys to retrace down at 76 fib. I'm going to pick up the 40. I'm going to target 45. I'm going to target 50. Now, Nathan's with us today. So Nathan, if you're long from the bottom of the jar, that is a classic scaling opportunity, guys, to load some more contracts into the market. If you did pick up the V2 Delta, guys, at 240, your second target is 250. You're already out on your second target. Your third target is 255, and your fourth target is all the way up the top of the jar, guys, right up the top of the jar. Look at that, Nathan. Yes, yeah, that's a very confident. Yeah, mate. I know how to trade. So, yeah, guys. I said today, it's going to be all about, guys, the actual strength of the candle, right? So static chart analysis enhanced by Fibonacci. Now look at this, guys. That delta there, guys, on FTX 240. It's just about to go through its 20-point target of 260. It's kissing. It's through its 20-point target. So Nathan, if you've scaled in on that one, right, that is a beautiful trade because this is only the first leg of buying, guys. So we may end up with a 3-phase campaign to the high side here. That's exciting. All right. We are 28 minutes into the session. Almost 28 minutes into the session. So you guys have got, have we got young Cody? Is Cody with us? Cody did an amazing job yesterday. Is young Cody here? Where's Codes? Cody is with us, mate. I'll turn your mic on. So, mate, if you've got anything to add, please throw it on. Yeah, Cody did an incredible job yesterday, guys. Absolutely brilliant, which is great. And you guys have got Cody tomorrow afternoon. I'd suggest that the market will be equally volatile. I thought you're going to be crazy volatile. Now, our NASDAQ traders, you guys have picked up the ratio-based SBR long, or if you don't trade the opening candle, you've waited for the higher high and then hit it again. Then you've picked up the 76s or this older V2 Delta on the left-hand side. At the moment, sellers own the stair step, guys, on both US markets. So you guys are looking for buying based reversals. That brings us back to the earlier, guys, the earlier static bar reversal long here. The reason that's a static bar reversal long, some of you will be looking at it going, Lockie, what is going on here? The reason being is they sold the market down, then they bought it up, then they sold it down. So guys, that little candle there was in the creation of that ABC step. Now the ABC step has ultimately failed to go down, sure, but the sellers did steal the step, opening up the potential for buying base reversals. That buying base reversal, guys, stays consistent. And guess what? There's your equivalent inside the cash market, and it's smashed its targets. Okay, so again, well done. Sellers still own the stair step, guys, on both American markets. So we're basically looking to revisit static bar reversals. That is a very, very obvious static bar reversal right there. The ratio is insane. So interesting point. If you are on the NASDAQ and you're looking for more trades, guys, the sellers still own the stair step. They've just sold down. They've revisited that static bar reversal. Your backup trade, guys, is the delta outside the range of that static bar reversal. I'll just put a circle on it there. Guys, the first three deltas, 1, 2, 3, are your backup trades for that static bar reversal. So worst case scenario, guys, if you follow the delta, guys, you've picked up these two delta trades here. They've already gone 10, 20, almost 30 ticks to the high side. So all it means, guys, is if you picked up the SBR long or a repeat of the SBR, you've gone beyond your first target, beyond your risk control point. S&P, exactly the same trade, please. Sellers have sold down. Sellers still own the stair step. You guys have come back across here. You've picked up your static bar reversal long again. Your backup trade, guys, are the two deltas here or the deltas outside the range of the static bar. Anything you've just touched, guys, on the American market has just gone to profit. So please tell me I've got NASDAQ traders who are long or I've got S&P 500 traders who are long. That is amazing stuff. That's amazing. Diane, well done. Well done, well done, well done. Another 50. Well done. Oh, Cole. Another 50 ticks off the delta after the static bar reload. Who says you guys can't trade in volatility? Who said that? Okay, Andy's like, yeah, I'm still long. I'm still long. All right. So, Andy, you've got a lower low, guys. So for those who are long, guys, we spoke about long range longs and short range shorts. All right. For those that are long, guys, I'm going to give you a Fibonacci extension risk control point. Okay, so here's my Fibonacci extension coming on. NASDAQ traders, you are just at your risk control point. All right, right here is your risk control. So guys, if I was long, okay, if I was long on this trade right now, I'm sitting at around about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I'm already 100 ticks into profit. As I would ultimately be aiming for the 133 extension up here as a minimum. But what I would be doing with 100 ticks of profit already in the bank, as I would make sure that I've locked in at least 50 or 60. So if it runs to the high side, it's hilarious. If it doesn't run, guys, you're way over your daily goal. Rob, platinum rocks. Thank you, Cole. Speaking of that, everyone that did do the platinum course, your videos are in the members area now. Right? So they are there. They're there. They're not in the format that I wanted, but we'll talk about that in the webinar a little bit later on. Thank you, mate. Rob, you picked up a 41, mate. That's bloody brilliant. So well done. Ahmed, you got a 10, 10, 60, 10, 10, 100, 100. Holy moly, mate. That's a huge trade. Okay, what I love about that trade, mate, what I love about that trade, Dan, all good. What I love about that trade, mate, is you have controlled your risk. You've gone for 100 tick trade, which is, there's no way you would have done that 3 or 4 months ago. But mate, that result has put you way over your KPI. Allison, 16 and 51. Look at this. Now, guys, look. The moment the selling deltas start showing, volume is climbing too high. Selling deltas like, you know what, you guys have run out of steam. We're going to have a crack at you. So if you have gone long, guys, if you have gone long for long range targets, all it means is you've just been taken out with a trailing stop around 50 or 60 ticks. That's incredible. That's incredible. Matt, well done, mate. So you've gone short off the 76s. As the moderator's curse is looking at the NASDAQ and not looking at the FDAX. Yeah, so mate, that's a beautiful trade. So, mate, if you've gone short off those 76s and you've picked up that Delta V2 short, was absolutely incredible. Oh, there's such a great lesson. Oh, such a great lesson. I just remember last night in coaching. Okay, what did I say? All right, you've got an efficient candle followed by a loss of efficiency. So the moment you get the loss of efficiency, you say, Lockie, I'm no longer thinking about longs, I'm thinking about shorts. So you've picked up the Fibonacci failure and jumped on the Delta short. Okay, absolutely beautiful trade. So guys, note that he's, again, so compliment to Matt, he's reading the efficiency of the market. He said, right, Lockie, 6 times efficient candle, any long I can get, I'm on it. Okay, the moment these guys lose their efficiency, I'm going to head short. So, mate, you're reading the ebb and flow, the psychology of the emotion of the market. That's what you're actually reading. And the beauty of reading that is it hasn't changed since 2009. So, mate, shout out to you. If you're reading the psychology of the market really well, mate, understanding you need 5 points a day on the FTAX to retire. And guys, I can tell you I'm way over 5 points at this point in time. That's why I'm quite a happy camper today. Was happy yesterday too, guys. Was happy yesterday. Not as happy the day before because I didn't hit my KPI, guys, but I still walked away profitable, which I think is really, really brilliant. Matt, I'm not the king, mate. I'm just, I channel all of it from spirit. No, mate, I'm just a mathematician. I did go to the temple today, guys. I was at the temple today. So if I seem a bit enlightened today, it's because I did go to the temple. I did hug a tree, mate. I did hug a tree, only for about 15 seconds though. All righty, now guys and girls, we are 36 minutes into the session. I've just got a thank you message. I've just got a thank you message, guys, from one of the guys in the LTR. Because, guys, this is my last LTR for the year. This is my last one. Cody's on the LTR tomorrow. Guys, I'm on a plane in the morning. I'm on a plane in the morning. I've got to go to China. I've got to go to China. What is it? Yes, so guys, this is my last European Open. Cody's on tomorrow, backed up beautifully by the other traders. I've got to get on a plane. But Cody's aware of that. There's no surprises. I've got to jump on a plane. I'm off to Guangzhou, guys. Off to Guangzhou in China. Working on a secret squirrel. Yeah, it is an exciting last day. It is exciting last day. As I reckon 2025 for us is going to be hilarious. That's all. Because the volume, guys, the volume in the futures markets is climbing. Guys, it's just getting more and more and more volatile, which is really exciting. Really exciting. All right, now, FTAX, what are we, guys? We're 38 minutes into the session. All right, you guys have done very, very well so far. We're looking for agreement, guys. We're looking for agreement from the FESX. So I have to thank you, Cody. Now, guys, let's just watch and see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Guys, Cody did a great job yesterday in the LTR. I think I've said that already. I did celebrate you on YouTube yesterday, mate, by saying Cody did a great job. Nazi, at this stage, we're being very, very careful. I was very, very careful. Again, so we'll just let them come to us. We're looking for static entries. I was looking for static entries. Let's just watch what's going on. Watching. All right, guys, be careful on the FTAX. We're cruising into the last 90 seconds of the candle. Okay, so we're not looking for a pre-top reversal at this point in time. They may have outstayed that Fibonacci. All right, just going to go and get you another fib. Aha. So the FTAX, guys, is a whisker away from triggering a 60-minute chart long. Okay, so we're about to trigger a 60-minute chart long. If we get over the pre-top, so if we do get over the pre-top on the FTAX, so please don't take a reversal short in the last 90 seconds. As if we do get over the pre-top, again, that will be a 60-minute long on the FTAX. It's a 60-minute long on the FESX as well. So that means, guys, we're looking for efficient candles long on both European markets. Okay, now at this stage, let's have a look. They must close over the pre-top. Oh, so I've got the FDAX closing on and gapping on to the pre-top, which means I can't send you up or down. Guys, I'm not allowed to because we don't know how they're going to interpret that pivot. There must be a Fibonacci hiding in here then. Let me get rid of the 4-hour fib. We're going to keep that on. Is there a 15-minute chart Fibonacci here? What are you guys up to? I have a sneaking suspicion they might be trading off that double top on the 15-minute chart. Let's have a quick look. Does that work for us? Oh, let's have a look here. Okay. No, it's going to be this one here. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking. And this one here. That's their fib. All right. So at this point in time, guys, we're again, either way, we're not going long, guys, on the FTX. We can't go long or short because we're on a pivot. Now for the Nazi traders, guys, we're looking for efficient CORPC bars with step and trend. Okay, now we've got both of those, on the S&P. What we're now looking for, guys, is we're looking for a structured retrace and a structured rejection. So that means we must put our Fibonacci up the candle and catch them on the way down. Now, what we've got to be really, really careful of, guys, with the NASDAQ is that if these guys retrace down around the 76 fib, normally what it means is the projection, the Fibonacci extension to the high side, your risk control point is too close to the top of that candle. As if we get much below the 76 fib, then we're not going to go long over the top of this candle because the risk to reward is not in our favor. In fact, if anything, we're getting ready to short. Now, with the S&P 500, guys, likewise, okay, we've got a valid buy signal, but now we've got conditions of entry. Are we going to enter, yes or no? These guys are already at the 76 fibs, right? So that's not a good sign for the buyers. NASDAQ has cruised down to the 90, so that's also not a good sign. I said, let's just keep an eye on those Fibonacci retraces. They must be structured. Prioritizing static entries as opposed to dynamic. Toby, great question. Only because the volatility is very, very high today. So that's the only reason we're prioritizing it. Flip side being the advanced traders are entering dynamically and doing very, very well. If I find a very obvious dynamic entry, mate, that's got good risk, then I'll give everybody the same trade. So mate, good point. Thank you, Cody. Wow, guys, FTX has lost its volume. So good point, Cody. Thank you for that. What have we got here? Rob, 21 off the one. Well done. Adam, you got 5 and 62 off the gap. Right? That is a huge FTX trade. 5 and 62. Oh dear, Adam. Guys, that's got to be the trade of the day. 62 times 40 Aussie dollars, 6 4s to 24. It's a $2,500 trade, mate, on your second contract. You probably know that, though, mate. So, Matt, interesting point. So, guys, just to highlight what Adam has done, guys. So, this is the first time we reversed. This is the second time they reversed. So, that static bar reversal, guys, there. So, this is where I'll talk about scaling in, guys, on the same trade. Adam, that's an awesome trade because what you've done is you've picked up a tier 2 reversal off a pivot, amazing ratios. You've got out early, you've controlled your risk, and you've let it run, right? So, mate, if you learned that at Platinum, I'll have to tell the Platinum instructor he did a good job. So, mate, well done. So,
last 15 minutes.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. As God has spoken in the background, it is the last 15 minutes. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Let me have a quick look. So everybody at this point in time, guys, look at this. That's why I've got this rule about don't enter on the body of the candle. Step 1, do not enter on the body of the candle in the European Open in particular. And if you're looking at trying to get a really lovely trade to the high side, look for a structured retrace. Put your Fibonacci over the candle, wait for the retrace, wait for the rejection. If they get near the 76, the retrace is too deep. Guys, so therefore, guys, everyone has said, you know what? we can't be bothered buying. Let's think about selling. Guys, now, again, we are in the last 15 minutes. Guys, that means we've got to be careful. Maddie, I saved myself doing with something. No, you've had, what's your result for today, Matt? Because again, if you're more than 5 points, I'm really excited for you. Mate, even I'm more than 5 points and I'm moderating. So that means you should be over 5. Should be over 5. But if you've done, mate, if you've done more than 5 or 10, that's absolutely brilliant. And Adam, mate, your trade is absolutely stunning. Mate, you've done 27, Matt. That's awesome, mate. Nathan, speak to you soon. See everyone else tomorrow night. Absolutely. Plus 85 per contract on the personal account, and you passed 5 evaluation accounts. Oh, Nathan, you passed 5 additional eval accounts. Oh dear. Oh, mate. That deserves, right? That deserves a that's huge, right? It's huge. Oh, isn't it, Nathan, hasn't it been an amazing year, guys? Hasn't it been an amazing year? It's been an amazing year, and yeah, of course, right? And guys, it only gets better. It only gets better. I reckon 2025, guys, for many of you, 2025 will be a complete game changer. Just complete game changer. And now we wait. Now we wait. That's huge, mate. John, the webinar tonight will be recorded. Yeah, it's going to be put in the members area. Mate, what I'm doing is going through some of the initiatives we're working on, guys, in 2025. Again, we're going to just continue to trade very, very well on a daily basis, guys. We've got the long range trading coming in as well. Got long range trading coming in as well. So again, these trades we're doing now are really good fun, guys. I mean, again, everyone's making money and it's good, but we could be going for far longer range targets on larger charts, guys. So that is going to be even more fun. It's even more fun. Nathan, a wise man told me to call it a year and to start. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So the webinar, yeah, guys, the webinar tonight will be recorded. No question about that. Put in the members area, basically going through the highlights of 2024 and what to look forward to in 2025. Guys, it won't be a long email, won't be a long webinar. Suffice to say, look, we're having a good year. I mean, we're having a good year. Nathan, the fact you've passed 5 evaluation accounts tonight, or you've topped them off tonight, mate, that is just music to my ears, mate. That's so exciting. Hasn't funding completely changed the game? Just it's amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. So well done, Nate. Absolutely brilliant. Ali, plus 87 NQ for the session. So well over KPI. Looking forward. Ali, you guys are doing really, really well. It's really exciting to see. It's really, really exciting to see. We do have a number of traders, guys, that are rejoining us in 2025. They've taken a bit of a break from trading, but they're coming back because they've seen the results, guys, on YouTube. So they're watching the YouTube videos going, yeah, no, I've got to get back in on this. So, so again, Cole, I can guide you through the funding process, mate, if you would like. It's a very, very simple game. Very simple game. And guys, it is a game. It is a game. It's a game of who can stay disciplined and patient long enough to make money. It is a game. And again, we are very well equipped. Guys, we are very well equipped to master the game because all we do is the same thing every day. Guys, now, interesting point. Have a look, guys. Have a look at the top of the NASDAQ there. You guys are failing at the 133, 141.4 combination. Okay, so I have a sneaking suspicion the S&P is doing the same. I have a sneaking suspicion we're getting ready for shorts. If you do trade the last 15 minutes, guys, you're already short off that 133. That one. Okay, what guys, with funding is really, really good fun, dare I say it. Well done, Rob. Nice work. Funding is really good fun because you can get your kids into trading. It's again, my boys, guys, my boys are starting with us in the European Open in the new year. So they'll be trading with us. So Tyler is 9 and Luca is 11. So I'd suggest by the time they turn 10 and 12 respectively, they will probably be doing 100 to 200 US dollars a day on the NASDAQ as an 11-year-old or a 12-year-old. Imagine what that, guys, imagine what that looks like in 4 or 5 years' time. Just amazing, just amazing. So just incredible. All right, now we are in the last 15 minutes. So if there are any questions, Diane, that's my point. By the time they turn 18, daddy won't be the ATM anymore because they'll be their own ATMs. I think that's worth that's worth celebrating. That's worth celebrating. Dave, you got 70 times 3 contracts off the 133. That is a stunning trade, DT. Well done, mate. That's amazing. So there's a lot of positive. There's a lot of positive going into 2025. And don't forget on YouTube, guys, YouTube over Christmas. So every day on YouTube, there's going to be a brand new video from the US close about this is how I would have traded the US close if I was there. I'd suggest the US close, guys, will end up being as big as the European Open for us, guys. And there is talk about a US Open live trading room as well. So again, there's no reason, guys, if we can't build our numbers, there's no reason why we can't run 3 trading sessions per day. Guys, run by very, very good traders who just do the same thing every day, day after day after day. Diane, the US close is a little bit rude. US close is really good at the moment. US Open is a little bit rude. So US close is 4 o'clock in the morning my time. So 6 o'clock in the morning for Queenslanders and 7 o'clock in the morning for those with daylight saving. And it's 8 o'clock in the morning for those in New Zealand. It's 8 o'clock in the morning for the New Zealanders. That's just crazy. Crazy stuff. Andrew, you got 22, 50, 100, and 150 times 2. This is the second for tonight. I still have 1 contract. You've still got 1 contract running. Absolutely, mate. Well done. So, guys, the reason we're running, Ahmed, you should have. Can you send an email to info@samuraidaytrading.com? info@samuraidaytrading.com and make sure you say to them, can you add my email address to the email blast? I think there's only 2 hours difference with Sydney and 1. Yeah, probably, yeah, Diane, you're probably right. Probably right. Okay, now for the Nazi traders again, guys, please note you're getting a 161.8 fib extension failure. We are right in the last 15 minutes. So interesting point. If we get a big efficient candle closing here, guys, we're probably going to push towards the close of the 60-minute charts. Let me just have a quick look. So for those trying to work out why are we running long, why is it doing what it's doing, guys? Because we're in multiple 60-minute chart longs, and the S&P in particular is in an absolutely stunning, guys, stunning 4-hour long. Okay, this one right here, amazing 4-hour long. So this is why we're running long. There'd be a lot of traders that are in this long now. They're going to be long for 12 hours. So they're just sitting there saying, you know what, Lockie, I'll trade it through the US Open and see what I can get my hands on. They may have already also scaled into the longs. Right? They may have scaled in here. So literally added even more contracts. So Ahmed, if you can email info, so mate, info@samuraidaytrading.com and say, can I please be added to the email list? Mate, then obviously there's a problem there with emails. Now, very easy to fix though. Now, FDAX, guys, at this point in time, we're not going up, we're not going down. I would suggest your next trade is actually going to be a pre-top reversal short. We can't trade the FDAX right now, guys, but the FESX looks like it's clearly failing. It's clearly failing. No doubt about that. This one. Okay. Now, let's just, well, guys, any questions at all from anybody out there? Guys, you might have a question. If you do, now's a great time to trade it. Trade it. Now's that's a great time to ask the question, because we can't trade any new signals at this point in time. We can't trade any new signals. It was snowing earlier, guys, tonight. So this is the first live trading room I've been moderating with snow falling outside. And Platinum was the first Platinum program ever with snow falling. So we're hitting some pretty key milestones, guys, which is very exciting. Very, very exciting. Now, let's just wait for the hour to tick down, guys. The 15-minute charts. So the 30-minute charts say we're going long. The 15-minute charts, S&P says we're going short. NASDAQ says we're going short. FDAX says we're going short in a big way. Oh, wow. The FDAX really wants to go short. The members are under announcements heading. Perfect. Yeah, Dave, inside the new members area, so inside the circle members area, it's in there ready to rock and roll. There is an email, Dave. There was an email that was sent out around about 90 minutes ago. So again, if you haven't received that email, could you also email info@Samurai and say, hey, can I please have the link to tonight's webinar? Because again, mate, there's obviously an issue there. Guys, any questions at all? We're just waiting. We're just waiting at this point in time. It's been an absolute blinder. We have had a ball. Absolute ball today. And now we're waiting for the hourly turn. Now, I do believe the next trade, guys, the 15-minute charts would say the next trade on FDAX is short. But if you are over your daily KPI, guys, please don't take another trade. 30-minute chart says we're going long. So now we have charts in conflict. See what the bigger Europeans want to do. This is why they've blown all their volume buying the market. Nothing there for us at all. There's nothing there for us. Okay, let's have a look. I think we're going short, guys. I think we're going short. Certainly European markets, we're going short. We just need the hour to turn and we need them to set that up. Has anyone, guys, just out of interest, has anyone ever made tons of money in the first 35 to 40 minutes of trading and then given it all back because they get greedy? Has anyone ever done that? Am I the only person in the world that's done that? And what do you think we can learn from that? Guys, what do you think we can learn from that? As I said a couple of times, guys, success leaves clues, but so does failure. And failure quite often leaves more powerful clues, which is sometimes not a lot of fun. Guys, no, of course, Rick, no one does that. No one's done that. You guys are all trading gods. Craig, I'm the only one. But Craig, you are in my slides tonight, Mr. Breeze. You are in my slides as a mention, guys. Craig has achieved a huge, I mean, there's many huge goals. There's many huge goals that have been achieved this year. But Craig came to me with a particularly enormous goal, and Craig's achieved that goal. So I'm not mentioning the goal, Craig. I'm just mentioning that you've achieved a very important goal, and I think that's very important. Very, very important. Now, again, for Andy, who is still long on the NASDAQ, guys, the fact these guys are just creeping to the high side. Okay, so Craig's given me permission. So, guys, Craig's goal was to generate $50,000 US, $50,000 US, guys, in the second 6 months of this year, 50 grand US, and then pull it out and do stuff with it. And he's got through his goal, guys, 1st of December. Nice. 1st of December, I got a message going, Lockie, you wouldn't believe it, but I've just achieved my goal. So, guys, anyone out there, his goal was $50,000 US. Again, if Craig can do it, guys, if Craig can do it, everybody can do it. 50 grand US. I know it's not the biggest amount of money in the world, guys, not the biggest amount of money, but 50,000 US for a lot of people in the world right now makes a big difference. Right? And again, Craig, you know the beautiful thing about that, mate, if you've done 50 grand once, we can go do it again. In fact, we could do 50 grand while copying onto 4 accounts simultaneously. So that makes it 200 grand. So I think that will be, Craig, if you don't mind, once you get back from your trip. Yeah, well, mate, once you get back from your trip, guys, we'll have a little bit of a powwow. Guys have a phone call. Might even do it over webinar. Guys, do it over webinar. And basically set everybody the goal of 50,000 US dollars for the year. Nice. Now, the beauty of that is all you need to do is go and get funded on one account and then double the account and you've made your 50 grand. But then there's no reason why, guys, you can't copy trade into 3 or 4 accounts simultaneously and make it a $200,000 year. Craig, if you can do 50 grand in 6 months, mate, you can copy trade into 3 accounts and make it 200,000 next year. And that is, mate, that's like new jet ski stuff. That's like incredible. That's like, I'm going to buy a jet ski and I'm going to make the NASDAQ pay for it. In fact, I might even get NASDAQ number plates on the car. But don't put NASDAQ number plates on your car, mate, because everyone will ask you, what do you trade? And you'll spend probably 4 days a week answering questions about what do you trade. Now, guys, we're at the turn of the hour. So, yeah, NASDAQ number plate, not a good idea, just so you know. Guys, we're at the turn of the hour. At this point in time, we're waiting for a new trade to set up on the FDAX. NASDAQ, guys, again, that we have got a static bar reversal short. There's no question about that. Now, the deal with the deal with the static bar short, guys, is we need the buyers to show inside the new hour before we sell. The problem with selling the NASDAQ, guys, at this point in time, unless you are aggressive, is if I draw my Fibonacci down to catch them on the way up, these guys have already retraced to the 76 Fibonacci. So what it means is that the sellers are clearly not that strong if they let them come all the way up here. Right? So at this point in time, oh, look at FDAX. I told you we wanted to sell. Don't you run without us, please, at FDAX. Don't you run without us. Mind you, guys, the FDAX traders, you guys have killed it today. You've done really, really, really well. Look at this, 100% Fibonacci extension, FESX, triple static bar reversal short. Fancy that. Look at the response from the FDAX. Fancy that. Now, those deltas, guys, the deltas are assuming a close over a pivot. So please don't go short on the FDAX deltas because we're not allowed to assume a close over a pivot. Right. NASDAQ at this stage, we're not going short. This is why, guys, this is why we wait. so Andy, Andy, are you still long on your original long trade? Diane, there's no reason why everyone in this LTR, yes, you are still long. Holy moly, mate. There's no reason why everyone in this live trading room can't set a goal next year of 200,000 US dollars. That's fine, guys. That's 5 points a day, 5 points a day on the FDAX. Work you up to 10 contracts and stop. 5 points a day. Most of the traders are on 27 points. Nathan's on 81 points. He needs 5 to retire on 200,000 bucks a year. 5. So Diane, I think that's a great goal. Why don't we set the goal? The goal is to try and get everyone in the LTR to 200,000 US in 2025. There's no pressure. Right? So we're just going to come back every day. We'll do the same thing every day. $200,000 extra next year. I'm very happy with. Very happy with a little bit extra. Wouldn't that be good fun? So guys, so again, FDAX. Again, we don't assume closes under pivots, guys, when we're trading, particularly the turn of the hour. Isn't it gold, Suzanne? Isn't that a great goal? 200 US. And then the fallback plan, guys, the fallback plan can be 200 Aussie. That's the fallback plan. So, I didn't quite get to 200 US, but I got to 200 Aussie. Still got a great problem. I've still got a really good problem. Oh dear, got a great problem. Now we're waiting for new signals, guys, inside the new hour. Right, so we've got Andy who's still long on his original trade. Andy, if I can give you some guidance on where that's going to go, that guidance is going to come from the 4-hour chart. Right, so we come from the 4-hour chart. Okay, so let me just get rid of that Fibonacci for a moment. Okay, so these guys are going to be trading a bit of a hybrid. They're going to be trading a bit of hybrid ABC. Okay, so it's going to look like that. So your risk control point, which is really exciting, your risk control point is that 76 Fibonacci at 2610. So that is effectively your next risk control point up here. Now your interim risk control point, if you're like, well, Lockie, I've got a dominant candle there. What does that mean? You can run a Fibonacci up the dominant candle like that, and you can run it back like that. And so, right, every time you go to the 100% extension, of the dominant candle, I'm going to lock in a bit more profit. FTX traders, you are looking for a short. Right? What I do want to see some buying in the candle before we go short. Now, it would be amazing if they buy back to the pre-top, get above the pre-top. Then we're looking at one tick under the pre-top, guys, at 87. Okay, at 87. Where's my... Okay, the other Fibonacci they might be using. So the other Fibonacci they might be using is they might be using the turning bar Fibonacci. Okay, which is going to be like this. Now they're going to show us very, very quickly if that's what they're doing. So FTX, please keep a very close eye on that. Guys, please keep a very close eye on that while I do this. Now that's only for those that need a trade. It's only for those that need a trade. Let's get rid of that one for a moment. That's the one they're using, mate. Have a look. Have a look. Have a look. Have a look. All right. They're at the 141.4 fib extension, almost to the tick of the turning bar. Okay, so they're using a turning bar extension. The 141.4 is at 596.28. And they've gone to 597. Wow, mate, they've gone one tick. They've gone one tick over the 141.4 fib extension. So what does it ultimately mean? Right, at this point in time, I believe that's the extension they're using. Okay, so I believe that's the extension they're using. So ultimately, what does that mean? If we get over the 141.4 extension, if we get over that, then they're going to go for the 161.8. Okay, if they get over that, they're going to go up here for the 200, and it's just going to keep bopping along. If the NASDAQ was to put us back inside the weekly low, so back inside last week's weekly low, then these guys could just keep going for hours, hours and hours and hours. Okay, look at this. This is incredible. So it's either the ABC or the turning bar, and it would appear it's the turning bar, which is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing stuff. Now, let me see if I can get that Fibonacci extension across my chart slightly. See, it's hiding all over there. Let me bring it to here. Okay. So that, yeah, look at that. Right, that's what they're doing. That's the game they're playing at this point in time. So guys, what it ultimately means, again, if you're still long, absolutely brilliant. If you're not still long, then we're looking for a valid reversal short. Again, we're back, guys, into the game of short range short, long range longs as we started the session today. It would be amazing if we get agreement, guys, agreement from both American markets as to a short range short. We're going to enter statically, guys, going to enter statically. And we're now just waiting for the candle to count down. Now, buyers are pushed through quite nicely, guys, on the FTX. Now, what you guys are going to watch for very, very closely is we don't want to enter the short under the pre-top, guys, in the last 90 seconds of the candle. So we've got basically 17 seconds to go. Let me just move this around. Okay, get rid of that. That Fibonacci failure, guys, on the NASDAQ just gives you an idea of how powerful Fibonacci is. That's just incredible. So DAXI, at this stage, we're not selling back under the pre-top. Okay, not selling back under the pre-top. Andy, your 15-minute chart trailing stop, if you use a 15-minute chart trailing stop, that Fibonacci failure is stunning. So, I mean, with your long-range long, I would be locking in a big chunk of profit now. Because again, if we get a 4-point turning bar short on the S&P, which we are highly likely to get, we may get a 4-point turning bar short, guys, on the NASDAQ as well. Guys, the buying could be finished, and it could be finished because of the 141.4 fib extension off the 4-hour chart. Okay, now these deltas coming down here, guys, on the NASDAQ are valid. The deltas are valid on the way down. That what's occurred is these deltas here are now hunting the stop losses behind these candles, and that's clearly going very well for them. FDAX, I looked away. Oh gosh, guys, I wanted to go short under the pre-top at 87. Once they pushed up, turned around and came back down the other way. Now that is not fair. I literally looked away. So that is the turn of the hour trade, guys, on the FDAX. We waited for an absolutely perfect entry. I hope someone's gone short on the FDAX, guys, at 287. Because if you have, you're already through 77, which means you've already gone through your moderate range target. That is not fair. They must have flooded in the moment I looked at the S&P. So guys, S&P has given us a 4-point turning bar short. NASDAQ is a 4-point turning bar short. If you can hold the risk, guys, again, we've basically, what they've done is they've come down and triggered these static bar reversal short. So if you can hold the risk on NASDAQ, guys, and S&P 500, guys, again, S&P, you're looking for a 4-tick target. NASDAQ, you're looking for around a 20-tick target with a risk control point of around 16 or 17. Right, so NASDAQ at this point in time, if you're short on the 4-point turning bar, it's gone more than 30 ticks to the downside. S&P, you've gone more than 4 ticks to the downside. FDAX, I don't have a brand new entry for you, other than if you did get short under the pre-top, it's absolutely amazing. Ahmed, you got 10 and 70 on the Delta short. Oh, mate. Louis, 104 times 2. Holy moly. Wow, you guys are killing it. Louis, well done, mate. Well done. That's just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, so note, guys, for the NASDAQ traders who are watching, note that this mustard green candle is obviously climactic failure, guys. We know why it's failed. So all Ahmed has done is basically wait for the sellers to swamp in, grab the delta there, and just held it short. Guys, and it's just gone ballistic to the downside, which is brilliant. Now, again, guys, for those that have gone short underneath the NASDAQ candle, it's gone more than 30 ticks towards a 20-tick first target. So you guys have been paid. S&P, if you've gone short for 4 ticks, it's gone 6. So you've been paid. The buying delta, guys, the buying delta coming back in here is effectively saying the sellers have lost control of the market. I'm going to buy. The S&P 500, guys, has got a delta V2. Again, 4-tick buying target. NASDAQ, you may have gone long for a 20-tick first target. Guys, please note they're very, very jumpy. All right, so that NASDAQ delta is already gone 10, 20, around about 24, 25 ticks to the high side. Now we're just waiting, guys. Now we're just waiting to see who wins the argument. Look at this. All right, look at all these V2 selling deltas on S&P. S&P is very angry, guys. S&P is very angry. Okay, so we're gonna trade carefully. You guys are gonna trade carefully. You guys are clearly doing very, very well. I'm out for 250 ticks. Mate, wow, mate, 1170 for today. Holy moly. Mate, it's almost like you're a naughty boy that's just been caught on the Nintendo. Mate, that's a huge result, mate. You need to be so excited. Well, you know the drill, mate. You know the drill. I do believe in the game of trading. We should be excited. We should be celebrating our wins. I've actually been told by a number of people that if you celebrate your victories, if you get happy with what you've done, you're not suited to trading because you're showing emotion. I think they're completely wrong, guys. I think if you followed your trading plan today and you've made really good money today, you need to celebrate that, guys. We need to, particularly boys, you've got to bank your wins. You've got to, so you know what? I followed my plan today. I've been paid. Giddy up. Now I know exactly right, Dan. Reinforce. Andy, no, Ahmed, Andy's done 1170 ticks today. 1170 ticks, I believe. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, 1170 ticks. So 1170 times 5. Oh dear. On 5 contracts. So here we go. So 5,850 for the day. Oh, Andy, it's your shout, mate. Your shout. No, yeah, Merry Christmas. It's so good, guys. It's so good. It's so good, guys. It's so good because this is not a rare event, guys. This is not as if, oh, this is the only day we've got it right. You know, oh, isn't this good? It's not a rare event, guys. It's not a rare event. That's really, really, really important. All right. So some of the NASDAQ traders, guys, have taken the delta, okay, outside the range or just in the vicinity of the static bar reversal. Some of you have taken the 4-point turning bar short if you can carry the risk. Some of the S&P 500 took the 4-point turning bar short. Guys, again, if you can carry the risk and it's gone to its target. FTX, I've got no new trades for you guys. Again, I don't know if any of the FTX traders got in under the pre-top. We were talking about them wait for the buyers to push up and fail and then go short. If you did go short at 287, guys, it's already trading at 63. So it's just incredible. Last 90 seconds. Okay, Diane didn't take it. Perfect. Okay, mind you, our analysis, Diane, our analysis was amazing. I could have maybe used that delta as a backup trade. But my concern was, sorry, that static bar reversal as a backup. But the problem was we're in the middle of the MDI. So again, but mind you, FTX traders, though, you're not going home with an empty bowl, though. I think it's really important. Yeah, you're not going home with an empty bowl. Some of the bowls are very full. In fact, some people have got 4 or 5 bowls called copy trading, and they've filled all of their bowls. I'm so excited for Nathan, guys, getting another 5 accounts today. So guys, the webinar for everybody starts 30 minutes, guys, 30 minutes after the LTR. I won't keep you very long, guys. I just want to go through some of the key achievements of 2024 and look at setting some goals for 2025. Ahmed, you're doing so well. So mate, celebrate. And a big hi to Reem, please. A big hi to Reem would be amazing. If she's in the background, mate, please wave. Please wave for me. Oh, so that's Ahmed's wife, is Reem. She's absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. Now, what have we got? What have we got going on? What was that? 170 ticks. Cole, yeah, mate. Yeah, brilliant. I'm 170 ticks on 3 contracts for the day. But that's huge. But that's but Dave, you know that 20 ticks a day is what we want, guys. 20 ticks a day. To sit on 40 is amazing. Sit on 170, that's a different game. It's a different game altogether. Guys, look at this. I want to be short on the FTX. I told you that. I said the 15-minute chart is screaming be short. And we just don't have a valid entry that I can take without putting you in a trade that's got too much risk. But mind you, as most people are already over their goals, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, damn Christmas shopping, Dave. But no, you got it a bit late. Oh, that's great. It's a great result, guys. So next year, we are looking at again, guys. We want to grow our affiliate capability. Ahmed, 412 ticks for tonight. Yeah, so guys, next year we're going to grow our affiliate capability. So there's a number of you that have asked, Lockie, how do I spread the word far and wide? Guys, there's clearly a great little opportunity here to trade and also talk about trading, guys, promote trading. You don't need a license to promote trading, guys. That's a bit misunderstood in the world. So there'll be some good conversations, guys. I mean, that's such a great result. That's such a great result, mate. It's huge. Any additional trades? Let me just watch. There was a 133. So a number of traders took a 133 fib extension reversal trade through here. So I'll just write 133, guys. That's only for the more advanced traders. So we took a 133% trade just there. It's obviously gone quite well. As I'm very excited, my voice is held today. The only reason my voice held today is Cody did yesterday. Otherwise, today it would sound horrible. So Cody, big thank you, man, for yesterday. And Damsey, big thank you to Damsey, guys, for backing up Cody. Do we have George today? George, we don't have George today. But yeah, no, you guys did really, really well. Oh, look at this. We wanted to be short on the FDAX and look. Ah, dear. Now we're beyond, guys. Now we're beyond the MDI. See the deltas just keep planting into the market there. We're not going to trade into the 50 of the day. We're in the last 90 seconds of the candle. S&P, again, guys, again, 4-point turning bar short, absolutely brilliant. We're still in the short mode. We're still in the short mode. Do I have any NASDAQ traders that are short off the bottom of the 4-point turning bar? Is everybody out at this stage? I think everybody's kind of done and dusted for the day. Was that big trade, guys, for Adam on the FDAX? Was it a 5 and 61? That's I get excited with 5 to 10 because 5 and 61. 62. Sorry, I've shortchanged him. As a 62-point trade on the FTAX. So that's 62 times $40, right? 40 Aussie dollars. So 6 fours are 24. That's a $2,500 trade. It was $2,500 trade, and he was only in the trade for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. Only trade 30 minutes. That's a hell of a pay rate, guys. Adam, you just got 5 and 50 coming back down the other way in sim. So, mate, we spoke about this during Platinum, Adam. The beauty of that, the beauty of what you're doing, though, mate, is you are going for an early first target, so you're psychologically comfortable with what the trade is. You're bringing your risk in, and you're saying, you know what, if you guys want to run, I'm just going to run with you, and I'm going to use a mechanical trailing stop. I'm going to do la 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 la. So, mate, to celebrate what you're doing, mate, you're just moving with the ebb and flow of the market. Now, if these guys, again, understanding what Nathan does, so 6, 11, 21, and whatever he can get his hands on. So he's had a 6 and 11 and 21 and whatever he can get his hands on, and then he scaled into the move and did the same thing again. So that's why, guys, again, so what we do is you lock in some profit early. Okay, lock in some profit early, engineer the trade so you can't lose any money. Your risk to reward is then massively in your favor, and you just let the market move in your favor. Some days it moves a long way in your favor and you kill it. Other days you walk away going, you know what, I didn't get my long range target, but I'm well over my daily KPI. Psychologically, guys, that's a really exciting place to be trading wise. It's a really exciting place to be. Because again, guys, so Adam, I'd be interested in your feedback, right? But once you get to the point where you can't lose any money on the trade, I actually said during Platinum, it then becomes a game of who can stay disciplined and patient long enough to make the greatest amount of money. Guys, it literally becomes a game. And there's a lot of people out there in the world that talk about 1-to-1 risk to reward ratios. But again, Adam's trade was at one point in time, let's say his stop loss was at -1 and his target was at 50. His risk to reward ratio was 50 times in his favor. And people get upset about 1-to-1. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Not to be rude, it doesn't make sense. Now, what time, guys? Well, we've got Arlen, guys. Arlen's going to be joining us again, guys, in about 1 minute and 48 seconds. Ballpark figure. Again, the 4-point turning bars, guys, on both US markets. Now, again, we've got both 4-point turning bars. So for the slightly more experienced traders, wise, they'll stay on these 4-point turning bars. Now, I'm going to ask you guys the question. So you got a 4-point turning bar short on the 5-minute chart. So how long do we need to stay short on that in order to try and maximize the profit? Okay, so for the experienced traders, guys, how long do we stay short for? Okay, now you guys know the rule of 3. Well done, 15 minutes. So Diane, have a look at this. So 4-point turning bar on both American markets, absolutely brilliant. Watch them maximizing their profit. See this? So they're actually maximizing their profit at the 15-minute mark, 100% as per exactly what we did, was as part of the rule of 3. Now, so they're literally in the what's it there? Hang on, guys, I've just got a message coming in. So what we've got, guys, is we've got the market moving as per the rule of 3. Oh, Ahmed, the circle indicator in the middle of the chart, mate, that is the, yeah, so guys, Ahmed's just sent me a message going, what's the circle indicator? Guys, that circle indicator there tells me we're about to head into the Widowmaker candle, so don't take a new trade. So guys, so that one there, that indicator there, for those that have got access to the indicators, okay, that indicator there, you can change the color, you can make it more obvious and similar things. That indicator is the hourly close, guys, the hourly close warning just there. So in fact, let's make it magenta. Put that there, put that there. So mate, yeah, so that's the hourly close. Mate, it stops me from trading. It stops me from trading into the Widowmaker candle. Now, I haven't applied that properly because now I've lost my little circle. Yeah, good demo, Lockie. Good demo. I might have to go and put it back. I've lost my circle after all that. There's another one on the S&P, mate. So I don't know what I've done. There's another one right here, guys. So that basically says, be very, very careful about taking a brand new trade because we're at the end of the hour. Guys, that's why that indicator's there. Because a number of people, yes, Adam, yes. Guys, a number of people have made the mistake of trading the Widowmaker candle and losing money on their trade. Absolutely, they have. Now, guys, so volatility is still piling in, guys, on the NASDAQ. Now, again, some of you guys, so just watch what's happened here. Sellers own the stair step. So a number of you may have, guys, waited to see these sellers go down. You can't sell the market down. You may have gone long over the top of the 76s while I was mucking around with that indicator. Guys, you may have gone long over the top of the 76s or over the top of the pre-top. So worst case scenario, guys, you've gone long at 547.50, which is over the top of the pre-top. Guys, your 20-tick risk control point is 552.50, which you are now through your 20-tick risk control point. Okay, so what I do, guys, if I'm on the NASDAQ, guys, I go for a 20-tick first target. My stop loss comes through, so I can't lose any money. If it runs, it runs. If it doesn't actually matter. Okay, so if you're a double touch reversal style trader, guys, if you're a double touch reversal style trader, you've basically waited for these guys to cruise down. Next candles come back down, tinkered with this, so you've gone long. For those that are looking for a double failure reversal, guys, you're looking for a lower low or a match low, which we don't have yet. As some of you are eyeing off the static bar reversal on the left-hand side and the delta associated with that. Guys, so some of you were asking about that before. Just be aware, guys, if you've picked up the delta long, guys, once again, first target 20 ticks, risk in, can't lose any money. If this is the turning point, you're going to pick up a 20 and 50, 20 and 100, 20 and whatever. Guys, we need a little bit of agreement from the S&P 500. Guys, I don't have a lower low to double, guys, to double fail this one here. Oh, look at this. I don't have a lower low or a double bottom for those that look for that. Guys, but what I do now have is two very, very obvious selling campaigns into this area here. Again, what's the S&P doing? All right. Some of you might be looking at this going, Lockie, there's 3 selling campaigns to the downside. They're failing at the pivot. So you may have gone long, guys. You may have gone long, depending on your trading plan. Worst case scenario, guys. Worst case scenario, you're long at 47.50. Some of you are waiting for a lower low, guys, or a double touch. All right, now, again, guys, if you are long, guys, worst case scenario, 47.50, you can see there's a massive fight going on. As you might bring your risk control down to 16 ticks. So around about that level there. Okay, and those that wait for a lower low, guys, you have not got a trade yet. Right? So this is why we've got to be really, really careful as to our rules. FDAX, I did take my eye off the FDAX. Guys, guess what you've just done? You've just come back down, picked up that static bar reversal, guys, and you've gone long again. It's gone straight through your target. This is why, guys, this is why we need a dedicated FDAX trader and a dedicated NASDAQ trader. So guys, next year, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if there will be a person watching the FDAX exclusively and there'll be someone watching the NASDAQ exclusively. Diane, you're waiting for it to go a bit lower? Okay. What I'd watch for, Diane, is basically, do the sellers own the stair step or do the buyers own the stair step? And that'll give you a good guide as to what they might be thinking. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got a lower low, guys, on the NASDAQ. Okay, we've now got a lower low. That's a 90% fib failure. We are now low enough, guys. We're well below that delta there on the right-hand side and well below that static bar reversal. Now, again, guys, promise me if you are going to go long on the NASDAQ, okay, if you are going to go long on the NASDAQ, because the S&P 500 is trading back into the middle of its MDI, you must make sure you've got tight risk control. Okay, so again, the question was asked before. Look at this, absolutely brilliant. Question was asked before, Lockie, are we resetting the static bar reversal over here on the left-hand side? Guys, the answer is yes. So if you've gone long on the SBR reset, oh, sorry, that's meant to be a 20-tick risk control point. If you've gone long on the SBR reset after a failure at the 90%, after the lower low, you're already well beyond, guys, I just wrecked my little box there. You're already well beyond your 20 ticks. Okay, so that's a 20-tick risk control point. Oh, so again, if you've gone long on that worst case scenario, the delta on the left-hand side, if you've gone long on the delta, guys, you've already gone at least 40 ticks to the high side. So 20 ticks is out, money's in the bank, stop through to positive, can't lose any money. If it runs now, it runs. If it doesn't actually matter. Guys, and once we start getting up around about the 40 or 50 tick mark, I'd bring my stop loss into plus 20. So again, worst case scenario, I'll walk away with $100 a contract. And guys, and just let them run. Just let them run. We've got static bar reversal long, guys, on the S&P 500. Some would argue that double bottom there is the stealing of the step. So that ultimately means that if you are long on the NASDAQ and you're long on the S&P, guys, or just on the NASDAQ, you've now got the American markets agreeing with each other, guys, which takes us back to what we were talking about at the start of the session, which is the way we're going to navigate this session really carefully is by getting dual chart agreement on S&P and NASDAQ. So we did speak about that. So have I got anyone, guys? Have I got anyone long on NASDAQ? Because if you are long on NASDAQ, if you picked up the SBR, if you picked up the Delta, if you picked up the 76s, or you picked up the pivot, worst case scenario, guys, it's flown in our favor. No, I don't think we've got anyone long after all that. So it's gone beautifully. Now, no, guys and girls, if you waited for the lower low and then traded, you took no heat on that trade whatsoever and just flew to the high side. Guys, now our webinar, guys, oh, guys, we're over time. So young Arlen, guys, must be out there somewhere in the world. Let me see if I can find her. The reason I say that, guys, is we're right on the end of our webinar. So, guys, in summary, what have we done? We've traded very, very well for the NASDAQ traders. Guys, we had a short, followed by a long, followed by a long, followed by a long, followed by a number of shorts. Hello, Alan. They've all gone really, really well, guys. So NASDAQ traders, I think you're looking at 6 to 7 winning trades in a row. S&P, you guys have had a walk in the park. So again, 4 to 5 good ones. FTAX, you guys were very straightforward. So 4 or 5 good ones, again, with some very big results. So Arlen, Dave, you were plus 20 times 3, plus 40 times 3 on the SBR reset. All right, Arlen, over to you, Del. We've had a really, really good session.
First of all, really, really happy to hear that, guys. Sounds like the Santa rally, the Christmas rally is here, alive and kicking as well. So happy to see that. I'm really happy everyone's enjoying these live trading room sessions. So many more to come in 2025. This was the last session for this year. So Lachlan, what will we wish our traders?
From here, there's a number of people that qualified tonight, Arlen, for 5 new accounts in one go. So I need to say well done to those guys. That was good fun. And those people have been told to go away for the rest of the year and don't come back because it's such a huge milestone. We've had a really good trading day. In saying that, Cody will do an amazing job tomorrow. And that'll be our last trading day for the European Open for the year because next week it's not tradable. And then we're back on the 6th of January to let these markets go nuts. So I'd say to everyone, be kind to yourself over Christmas. There's hundreds of trades coming next year. So don't trade over Christmas or New Year's, please. Don't do that. Take 2 weeks off, come back, and guys, we'll So we've set a goal, Alan, to make everybody 200,000 US next year in the live trading room. So that's the goal. And we've got a number of people that have volunteered for it. So how about that, hey? How about that?
Okay, well, guys, that's a very, very super good goal to have. I say to whoever has not yet started trading, I think 2025 is the year. You know, New Year's resolutions, everyone keeps saying, oh, this year is my year. Make 2025 your year. Guys, start trading, look into it, start prop trading. This is your year indeed. Thank you so much, Lachlan, for another great session. We will see you next year for many, many more exciting things to come. And to whoever did not know, I just would like to remind you that we do have a small holiday promotion going on with 25% off from our Prime challenges. So you can go to our website and type in TTP Holiday as your voucher code at the checkout for 25% off. Guys, thank you so much again for joining us. Lachlan, you have been amazing this year. Next year is going to be even better.
I reckon. So thank you guys. Can I say thank you to TTP? Because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. We'd just be sitting in our own little live trading room. So thank you. I really appreciate your support.
Thank you so much, guys. See you next year.
See you guys. Have a good one. Bye.